Alright, hey guys, what up? This is the Power Up Mushroom coming to you kind of not live, but you know, let me get that there we go. Um, so it's the end of the year already. It's 2000, the end of 2016. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do my first top 10 video games of the entire year. And this was a very hard one. Really, all these games, to be honest, they're all equally great. Like, I just love them to death. But really, I decided to make a top 10s list because, you know, people like these lists. Maybe there's some games you've heard of, maybe some you haven't. You know, just stuff like that. Let's see. Oh, to make this list, the game had to have come out this year. I'm sorry, I'm not going to include any expansions or anything like that. But I will be giving honorable mentions to games that came out this year with big expansions and all that stuff. So, you know, just I guess, you know, stay tuned and all that stuff. But anyways, let's get started. Yeah. Anyways, so I guess, you know, I'll explain as the video goes on what I'm gonna do with the games. I will have honorable mentions though. But if I don't mention a game that, you know, you played or a game that, you know, you liked or anything, like, please leave a comment. Tell me your top 10s and all that stuff. But anyways, let me just get right into the video, whatever. Anyways, top 10 video games of 2016. Number 10, Star Ocean, Integrity and Faithlessness, exclusively to the PS4. This was a solid game. I haven't beaten it yet. That's why it's at top 10, so I haven't gotten the full experience. But from what I've played and, you know, I've played quite a bit of this game. It's a solid game. It's a solid Star Ocean game. Definitely not the best Star Ocean game, but it was something worth... I'm just glad that we got another Star Ocean game because we rarely get these, and it really is a treat, you know, to get one. So... The Star Ocean, it has a fantastic cast of characters. The story is solid. It's nothing hard, you know, nothing complicated. It's just a really, really good game, and I love the combat in the game. It's really unique. But I mean, definitely pick up Star Ocean if you haven't already. If you have, tell me what you thought about it. I know a lot of Star Ocean fans didn't really like it. I've been a long time fan of the series, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. That's what mattered to me. It was a fun game. So Star Ocean. Alright, next up. This game I waited for so long to come out, and I'm just glad it came out. I was so excited. Street Fighter V. I mean, just look at the cover. Like, when I saw that cover and the posters going up, I was so excited for this game. And again, it's another PlayStation 4 exclusive, and best part, this game came out with free updates, and we got a story mode eventually. When it was released, it wasn't the best, but it had really solid fighting mechanics, and that's what made the game really good. And really, anybody can pick this game up and play, even beginners and all that. It's just fantastic. This is the first fighting game that I'm actually really good at. Like, I'll go online and I'll beat people in Japan. It's pretty crazy. And I've had a lot of fun with this game. The combos are so smooth. Like, it's one of the smoothest fighting games I've ever played. And that says a lot. And it's a game that's fair. Like, nothing like, you know, where people spam. People spam, you know, you're going to have those spammers, but it seems like it's really hard to do that. And it's just, you have a chance at beating people, so. Street Fighter V. Now, at number 8. Yeah, number 8. Titanfall 2. Now, this is a game I had no expectations for. I didn't care. Like, straight up, I didn't care about this game at all. The first one I missed out on. You know, I played a little bit of it, but it was just nothing special to me. So, to me, it was just like, you know, whatever. You know, I didn't really, you know, I didn't care about the game. So when I picked this game up, this game really did, hold up. It really did surprise me. And so basically, you know, I should have done a review. I probably will eventually. In this game, you know, each character has a Titan, which is a giant robot transformer thing, and, you know, a soldier. You have to kill soldiers to get points to get your Titan to fall. And then when the Titan falls, the moment the Titan falls, and you see a Titan from the sky just plummets straight down, and the moment it hits the ground, you see that big crater, and, you know, the smoke starts going up. And you see the Titan, you know, like, just, it's a gigantic machine. You're just kind of looking at it, you know, like, You know, like how are you gonna do? How are you gonna take it down? Or you know, if it's yours, you jump in it. The best parts were in the multiplayer. The campaign it's a solid campaign. I'm still going through it, and I've seen people play it. It's a solid campaign. It's something that will keep you interested in everything. But you know, it's really cool. The multiplayer is when you know, the best moments are in multiplayer, when people call in their titans and you see these robots just bashing the crap out of each other. It's a solid game and it's really fun. It's just disappointing that a lot of people pass this up. So definitely pick up Titanfall 2. It's worth the $60. Just go and pick up Titanfall 2. Alright, so 10, 9, 8, 7. Monster Hunter Generations. Definitely one of the best Monster Hunter games that came out. I put so much time into this game. Online runs smoothly. It's a fantastic game. You hunt monsters, you gain armor, you feel like you're accomplishing things, and I love that. And the more we're going to go down this list, the more I'm going to feel that way, that I'm accomplishing something while I'm playing the game. And just everything about this game was solid. And it just, really, I would love to put it higher on the list. It's just, like I said, if someone's holding a gun to my head and says, hey, you got to make a top 10 list, and you have to, it just has to be a top 10, you can't favor every game. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but no, but this game is still solid. It's a great game, fantastic. If you have a 3DS, this is a must-own. Monster Hunter Generations. Next up is Dragon Quest VII: Fragments of the Forgotten Past. And this is fantastic because we've been waiting for Dragon Quest VII for people. And if you haven't picked up Dragon Quest VII, go pick it up if you love JRPGs, because it's a solid JRPG with a bunch of characters. Like Square Enix, yeah, it's Square Enix, I'm just making sure. Square Enix does a fantastic job with their characters, and finally we finally get the port for Dragon Quest VII. So please show the support and go buy it. It's a fantastic JRPG, like I said, turn-based combat, story, you got characters, you got everything you want in JRPG, classic Final Fantasy style. Dragon Quest is right here for you, so go pick that up, show the love. And Dragon Quest VIII will be coming out in February, I believe, so go pick that up as well. So definitely, Dragon Quest VII is at my number 6 spot. Alright, so the top 5 games on my list. This is literally, it was so hard to do, but in the end, like, a bunch of great games came out this year, and it's just super hard to narrow it down to 5, you know, the top 5. Really, all these games to me are really equal in my enjoyment. So please, if you see one game like before another, it doesn't mean that the other one's better than it, but it's just if I had to, like if someone pointed a gun to my face and said, yo, you have to line them up in the best possible way, or you know, from your favorite to the least favorite, whatever, this is what I would do. But legit, this is my favorite, you know, these are my favorite games of this year. So number 5, we got Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. What the game, it just did everything so perfectly. I keep on wanting to say Dragon Quest. Xenoverse, the very first one, it kind of laid the groundwork for this game, and this game improved on everything, and just really, it just pushed boundaries. And if we get a Dragon Quest 3, there's really not really anything wrong with this game, because they really beefed up the first one and just made it completely better. Like all the problems we had with the first one are fixed. Every combat's smooth. You got customization. I mean, there's everything a Dragon Ball Z fan would want in this game. So if you're a Dragon Ball fan, you got to pick this game up because it's near perfect. If they make a third one, they are gonna nail it. It's gonna be a perfect game, and definitely could possibly be like just game of the year. That's how great this game was. So Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, go pick it up if you haven't. If you like fighting games, this is a good one. If you like, it's more like a superhero smackdown. For people who aren't familiar with Dragon Ball, you create your own superhero and you beat the crap out of someone else with your own superpowers that you can pick from hundreds of different moves. So Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Alright, so the next one. This was like man, everyone got excited because we haven't seen a return to form for war games, and that's Battlefield 1. So this comes out at my number 4, because, I mean, man, this game was just fantastic. So, You can see my review on it. I'll tell you, it says everything I want, you know, about this game, because it's really hard to just get everything into a small video. But I mean, the multiplayer is fantastic. The story is great. I mean, this game has heart. You can tell that people put love into it. It just sucks that EA had to, you know, wants to charge us for $50 DLC. So please, EA, just stop it. All right, But if you haven't picked it up, you can still have a fun time with Battlefield 1 and you'll just enjoy the story. You'll enjoy, you know, the stories of these people that fought in World War One, and just putting yourself in multiplayer during that time. So it's just a fantastic game. Definitely, if you're gonna choose, if you want to buy a war game, this is the one to buy this year. Battlefield 1. Alright. Man, this one I waited for a long time. A really long time. Dark Souls 3. My number 3 pick, ironically. This game was a really fantastic game. It's well crafted. It's so beautiful. It's just, I mean, it really captures the conclusion of the Dark Souls series. More like it's more like a Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. Like the third film was like kind of the closing film. So like, let's just say Return of the Jedi mixed with Episode 3, because the other ones sucked. But in this case, Dark Souls, the other ones didn't suck. It's a solid conclusion. It's really like this whole. I made a review on it, so you guys can go check that out, whatever. But if you like Dungeons and Dragons and you like combat, you like something hard, you like a challenge, this is definitely the game to buy. And even if you're someone who enjoys art, just enjoys art and enjoys music, like I'm talking hardcore music, with orchestrated music, and just like a lot of visual representation or imagery, this is the game to buy. It's Dark Souls 3. Now, number 2. Look, this game would have made number 1. It would have, if another game didn't come out this year. But just know that this game is, I'm comparing, you know, it's just equal. It's number 1. For everyone else out there, it has to be number 1, because I've been looking at these lists, you know, of other people, and they've put this game so low on the list. I think it deserves more. And that's Uncharted 4. It's definitely the best that Uncharted has like ever been. So, I mean, you definitely got to pick it up. I also threw out a review for this one. Go check that out. Just saying. And it's just a fantastic game. If you want a well-crafted story, even if you haven't played the other Uncharted games, you can still go jump right into this one. But I do recommend you playing the other Uncharted games. That way you could get a little more attached to the characters. Then, you know, you're still going to get attached to the characters no matter what. But just please do yourself a favor and play the other ones before this one. Trust me. It's the best thing you can do. But it's a return, I mean, like, it's just one of the best cinematic games ever released in history. So definitely, if you haven't already, go buy Uncharted 4. This is not I'm not, you know, overselling it. It is really that good. Even the multiplayer is just near. This is a really perfect game. It's a masterpiece. And everyone's going to remember this game. So please go pick this game up if you haven't. Alright, so now we're down to number 1. Before I say my number 1 game of the year, I'm going to give out some honorable mentions to some games who I just didn't put on the list, but I feel that they deserve some recognition. So here we go. First game. The only reason I probably would put this on my list, but whatever. It's The King of Fighters 14. It's a solid fighting game. I played these games at the arcades, and if you haven't picked it up, you should pick it up. The only thing is, I just recently bought it, and I played it. It's really fun. So definitely, if you haven't picked up The King of Fighters 14, it's a pretty solid game to pick up. Alright, now the next one is it comes in a pair, and that's Fire Emblem, the Birthright and Conquest. If you haven't picked these up, it's a solid strategy game. You'll have a lot of fun with it. It's definitely a game to own on the 3DS, so definitely go and pick these up if you have a chance. Strategy game, that's what it is. Just letting you know. Again, another one. This game would have made my top 10 list if, I mean, man, I wanted it to be on my top 10 list, but I just haven't played much of it because work took over when it came out, which completely sucked. But definitely, this is a must own, and I've played so much. Recently, I've been playing a lot of it. and that's Pokemon Sun and Moon. But it's the Pokemon series. I know it's starting to get real easy, and this one came around and it's starting to get really challenging. Like this is a really challenging Pokemon game. So for those people who like enjoyed the Diamond and Pearl, Platinum series, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where the Pokemon games were really hard, this is starting to become a challenge. And definitely pick this one up because it is just one of the best Pokemon games that have been released. So there you go, Pokemon Sun. Another one, a game that didn't get a lot of love. It's the World of Final Fantasy. If you haven't picked it up, you have to pick it up. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, pick it up. It's just a fun game, and it just sucks that nobody really paid attention to it, and it just got overlooked. It's a really solid game with funny characters. It's just you gotta try it. So I think it was like Pokemon mixed with Final Fantasy mixed with a bunch of others. Like it's really mixed with a lot of things. It's just really good though. It's a really great game. So go pick it up if you haven't already. Alright. And let me just say, we're gonna, can I point? No, that's not in the camera. Alright. Let me just say, Battleborn was a solid game too. It just sucks that it had to be released during the time of Overwatch. So if you haven't, give Battleborn a shot, please, because it sucks that nobody played it. Well, nobody plays it now because everyone jumped on Overwatch, and the people who did play it, they abandoned it because no one was playing it. But it was a solid game, guys. Like, show it some love. Next one, Overwatch. The reason I didn't put it on my top 10 list is because I don't think it deserves it. It's just multiplayer, and it's really fun multiplayer. But don't get me wrong, but it's just not something that I feel that would make my top 10 list. If it's on yours, that's fantastic. If you're having fun with it, great. But it's just not for me. But it's a really fun multiplayer game that I get together with friends and play. All right, now Mega Man Collection. I did a review on this one. You can go check that out. It's just a solid Mega Man collection with 1 through 6, and if you love those games, get this one. Another one, Skyrim, a special edition. I didn't put it on here because, it was released a few years ago. So, but this one came with mods, and it's just, it's really cool to return to Skyrim. So pick this up if you really want to play with mods. And let me tell you, there's some really good mods out there. All right, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Didn't make my list, but it was still a really great game. I enjoyed it a lot. Just it was kind of shadowed with a bunch of games like just kind of closing in on it. I think it came out around Dark Souls 3, so that smashed it. But Mirror's Edge Catalyst is pretty good. Another one, Chill, Don't Panic, but Call of Duty, Modern Warfare Remastered, not Infinite Warfare. I'm talking about the remastered. The remaster deserves it, not Infinite Warfare, no. So, I mean, it was just really cool to return with my friends to the Modern Warfare games after it's been so many years. So, it's really cool to just return to the game with them. We've been having a lot of fun with the game. So, Modern Warfare Remastered, not Infinite Warfare. Alright, now, my top 10 list is coming to a close with the final game, and ironic, Final Fantasy 15. I was so close to like not even putting this game like nowhere near the first one because I felt like I was favoring it, and I was really critical with the game. I tried, and it's just like everything about this game was just it was one of the best games I've ever played because it just returned to form for Final Fantasy. Not with turn-based combat, but with active time combat. I mean, it was really great. The story was really well crafted, except for like a chapter, and we know what chapter I'm talking about. But other than that, like just the characters came to life, and you could see these people had emotions, and it was just a fantastic way to end 2016 with this game. And really, this game is my choice for Game of the Year. It's Final Fantasy 15. So, anyways, guys, please let me know what games did you enjoy this year. This is my top 10 list, so please, just tell me yours. Not everyone's going to be the same, and I'm really interested to hear what y'all have to say. If there's games I missed, just put them down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. And also, guys, I like to give a big shout out to my friend Alex TechX Deagles. If you want to check out his channel, he's just starting YouTube, and he's going to be very regular with it. You'll see some Let's Plays with me, him, and some of our friends on Modern Warfare and Smite and type games like that. You know, we're going to be playing a lot of games. So definitely go subscribe to his channel, please. And, you know, just tell him I sent you, you know? So anyways, if you guys like that kind of stuff, there's his channel. He's really funny too. Trust me. Just watch his voiceover video. He's pretty hilarious. But anyways, guys, this is the Power Up Mushroom. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.